Start by echoing Ruben and Mike and Megan's thank you to everybody for coming here. It's a great way for Will and Katie to start their marriage together, to have the support of their community. You all love them so dearly, and it's evident. And so thank you for joining us tonight. And we're fortunate the rain didn't start until after we all got inside. So. We also have some special things relative to the weekend that we're right in the middle of. And so let me just cover off a few of those, starting with Ruben and Carol. They were the first, outside of Will, they were the first to know of Will's intentions. And they have been involved in the whole process. And it's just been a delight. Thank you, and we're so looking forward, Ruben and Carol, wherever Carol is. We're so looking forward to living vicariously with you through them. Reverend Gina and Brother John, and your other halves, I won't say better half, I won't say worst half, but Bob and Ann, Weo and Katie and Will, and I know I've extended so much appreciation to the two of you to do the service that you did. It was just fantastic. You know, the two of you are friends, the type of friends that we all aspire to be. And so we're so thankful for you to be part of our lives, and we're so thankful for what you've done for Katie and Will here tonight. Lizanne, you're special just by virtue of your voice. But when you add the degree of caring that you have, you're a very, very special person, and you and Ben have been special, and Rex and Miles, and everybody else that's part of the Suter clan has been very special to us for a long, long time. So thank you so much, Lizanne. Your voice is a gift that we all were able to share tonight. Karen and Bill for Schneider, it's amazing how close of friends you can become. Karen and Bill were neighbors of ours in Mill Valley, and they had two boys that matched up to our two girls pretty closely. And you know what? That tends to bring families together. So we've been blessed to have the two of you as friends. And last night you were fantastic in taking the photos that you did last night. I've guaranteed my mom that you will be able to put a collage together of the extended Miller family. So if Bill, if you can't do that, you better my mom may answer to you. So. Deborah and Ward, you're such dear friends, and in particular, you could think, or you could say, that picking up the pies on a day like today isn't that big a deal, but you know what? That was a big deal, and that's just evidence of what you guys do. No matter what, you do it in the name of friendship, so thank you very much for doing that part. And Meg, you look at your kids, see it starting. You look at your kids, and it makes, as a parent, it brings such joy to see them turn out better than you could possibly have hoped for. And you have been aloha, like no other. And between you and the extended wedding party, you guys have been fantastic. I know you've had a ton of fun over the last 6 months. And there are so many others that chipped in. But thank you to everyone. It's made the last 6 months a real joy. People say that planning a wedding, I didn't do much, but I did participate in it. It's an absolute joy. So thank you to all of you for doing all of that. So now turning to Katie and Will. So let me first tell the two of you, congratulations on an absolutely wonderful ceremony. There isn't a person in this room that hasn't made a comment about how special it was, and it was uniquely you. And Katie, I can't tell you, you first came to me and said, Daddy, I want to do something that might be a little bit creative and for the ceremony that we want. And so I thought to myself, I said, okay, you got Matthew, Mark, Luke, John. There's plenty of content there to make it pretty better. So then he said, well, Einstein. And I said, okay. And I thought, well, our parish priest, a dear friend who couldn't be here tonight because Easter's tomorrow, Father Deitch, he was born Jewish, was ordained an Episcopalian priest, and then became Catholic. So if anyone is flexible, he's flexible. So I said, okay, Father Deitch will be flexible. Well, Daddy, we're not really that much for structured Catholic weddings. So I said, okay. And you know what? You might have some issues with Father Deitch still to work through. But it's a lesson, certainly to me, and it's a lesson, I think, to you, to believe in the two of you, believe in your swing. You have such a unique way about you, and that's going to create such a unique path. It might be bumpy, there are going to be times of incredible joy, but believing in your swing will give you the confidence to get joy out of all of that. So that is my message to the two of you. Now I have a message to each one of you personally. So Will, I'm honored to call you my son-in-law. Your incredible kindness, Will, which was evident from the very first breakfast I made you on Marine Boulevard. It's evident in your smile, and it's evident in your heart, Will. And I think kindness is the most important measure of a man, and you've got it in spades. And secondly, your adoration of Katie was clear from the get-go. I remember observing you in a group, in a crowd like this, watching you watch Katie with just pure bliss. And I tell you, you take that adoration together with your kindness, and Will, there's no other man that I'd rather my daughter spend the rest of her life with. So that's my message to you. And now Katie. It's said, Katie, that daughters have a special bond with their father. And it's so true. So true with me. From the very first days in Modesto when you were on my knees, and I was rocking you on my knees, you were looking back at me with those big blue eyes. Started then and it's continued just as strongly for the last 27 years. You brought me so much joy. So much joy, Katie. So what makes me so happy? These are tears of joy, Katie. They're not tears of sadness. But what makes me so happy about you and Will is how I see you when you're with him. Whatever that special chemistry you share, Will gives you comfort to be yourself, to be that person that is quiet at times, that is always observing. And then, once that observation is done, offers incredible insight and perspective. That's you. That's what you've been from the very beginning of your life, Katie, and that's what Will brings out in you. Just to illustrate, this is my one anecdote, and then I'm done. Many of you might know this story, but the story is of Katie when she was little. She she was our first, so we didn't know any better, but she's 1.5 and didn't say a word. 2 years old, didn't say a word. Sucked her thumb, and she had a little fuzzy in her nose, in her finger that's rather than her nose. Never said a word. 2.5, she finally got to 2.5. I mean, today, you diagnose this and there'd be something that was certainly wrong with Katie. But we were young, we didn't know any better. And then finally, she started to speak in complete sentences with perspective. So it's just a testament to the fact that Katie takes life at her own pace. And that's what makes Katie special. And Will brings this out in her more so than anyone. And so, Katie, my hope and my prayer for you is that you always cherish and nourish that chemistry that you have with Will, and let him adore you, let him spoil you the way you deserve to be spoiled, Katie. I love you dearly. I love you, Will. And cheers to Mr. and Mrs. Trump.
Yeah. Here, here.
So that's it on the toast. That's the good news and the